Traders, welcome. Brian here with A Plus Setups. It is September 7th, 2025, Sunday, and I just wanted to take a few moments and provide a short video on how this past week went with our setups and in our trading room. So let's get right into it. Alright, so I'm going to start with the thing, it's kind of the backbone of what we do at A Plus Setups, and that is the statistics for our primary setups. So I track those every day, provide a roll up every week. I send this out every day at the end of every trading day just to kind of let everyone know if they took every setup, what that would look like. So we have a running total on our setups here. I primarily trade the Jiggle for all of my accounts. I let the stats drive everything that I do. The statistics drive my ATMs, my trade management, which is your take profit and your stop loss, and multiple contracts where you take those second or third take profits. It's all driven by our statistics on our setups. So we have thousands and thousands of these observations. We keep them up every day, and it just takes the guesswork out of everything. So the Jiggle is the most simple setup I have. It is the highest probability win rate based on our statistical profile that we have set, and it occurs the most throughout the day. So it's kind of a paradox, for the Jiggle. But anyway, this is last week. We've got an Autobot, fully functioning Autobot. He is in a 150K eval, and he's about halfway through. Let me see, I think I actually have his statistics here. Please read all the disclaimers. But this is on Barney. Now this is, commissions aren't included here. You can see we got 268 trades. So you could deduct about $1,300, somewhere around $1,200 to $1,300 from this. So he's right around halfway, close to halfway, hitting his $9,000 profit goal. He's in a 150K eval. He's doing good. Barney's just trucking right along. So we've got that bot in play. I'm going to put another bot in play next week. Barney and the new bot are all going to be based on the Jiggle setup. I mean, the Jiggle works. Why would I do anything else when it comes to bot development? Something that's working in real time for manual trading should be the baseline for the bot development, and it is. So if the other bot that I put in next week, if it holds up in a sim account, I'll purchase an eval for that bot as well. Okay, another thing that we're doing is I like getting into the take our setups, take the first trade of the day. It has proven to be a very, very easy trade so far, but you got to be fast, and it usually occurs within the first 2 minutes of the trade. So I look for one setup. That's all I look for in the trading day for personal accounts. I'm not looking to sit in there all day long to trade back and forth. I'm trying to create a linear cash flow business, and I'm only looking to get that one winner right out of the gate. All right, so this is something else I provide at the end of every week. Again, let me open this up so get full screen, and I can get the disclaimers in there. So anyway, this is why I trade the Jiggle. This is 1 week statistics. This is a 2-week roll up for the past 2 weeks, and this is the 4-week roll up, past 4 weeks. Now this is theoretical. This is every setup between 9:30 Eastern time in the morning and 4 p.m. at the close. So I'm not saying that this is exactly, there's no way your results would match these, but this is just shows us we have directional edge, and that's all I need for a good profitable system. What is the Jiggle? Watch this little simple setup right here. You can see it firing right here for multiple winners. It's the simplest, most effective setup I have, and that's why I don't need additional indicators on here. I keep this Williams %R below because it lets me know I'm watching the bots through this indicator here. The bots are designed after the Jiggle, but it uses the Williams %R as a filter also. So I'm watching this just to kind of let me know when the bots are going to work. But very simple. Our software that we have coded up, these are our Jiggle templates made for NinjaTrader 8, and all this is free to our subscribers. So the indicators are super nice. Richard from Australia, he's our head programmer. We got all kinds of little things built in. I'm not going to go through all that in this video here, but I mean, we have got just multitude of things. If you want to see, do your own studies after hours about take profit and stop loss, develop your own matrix, you can just build those in right there. Just flip that switch, set it, go back and create your own little spreadsheet. Richard also built in time modules, so if you want to trade for a particular time of the day, I just have this first module highlighted here from 9:30 to 9:40 because I am really interested in the first trade out of the gate. And it shades the area. You can pick the coloring. I have this one shaded to one of those off silver colors. But you can see here, I took this trade, got my one trade for the day, winner there, and we had a winner going right there. So 3 of those were winners for that day. And you can just see Jiggle's just firing on all cylinders here. I'm not going to go through all of this with you, just to show you this is a very simple setup. You don't need a MACD, an ultimate oscillator, 14 levels of Fibonacci's to make this thing work. I just trade one line. That's all I do. I'm looking for on bullish trades. We have the bars coded to alert us when it's green. It's in setup mode. We just need an up close, and we just get in there. And you can see our statistical profile for one contract is at the black line. So that's where I have my first take profit at, and then I have, second take profit up at varying levels based on our statistical profile. But that's it. That's all I'm looking for. So I don't need to stack it with a whole. I don't need to fill up the bottom of this chart with confirmation indicators. I just need this center line. That's all I need. That one little line right there. Okay. What else do we have going on here at A+Setups? Talked about the stats. Let me look around for a second. Okay, we talked about the bots, about the new bot going in next week. The other indicator that's just super good is the bottom picker. Something I've been trading with for since 2013 in the options market. We brought it into the futures room. I still prefer to trade this with options. I prefer to trade it on the ES, GC, and crude. So I'm just saving my futures trades for the NASDAQ, and then when I get these bottom picker signals, I may or may not take an option trade in the futures contracts. So we trade I trade the options on these futures products at Thinkorswim. That's where my platform is for that. And the bottom picker is just a really simple. It's a simple process. So here we have a 60-minute chart. I have several techniques on the bottom picker to make it work. So for the SPX, on a 60-minute time frame here, I'm probably just going to get in with call verticals, a bullish call vertical spread, or I'll buy the ES calls and try to catch 35 to 50% move in my option trade. So you can see here You can hold options very, very nicely. So, and you want to give these things room. So, if I'm entering here, I'm underneath this swing low by a wide margin. If I'm entering here, I'm back underneath this most recent low. You got to give it time to work, but I mean, this thing just works like crazy. So it's just a really, really good tool, and works on all time frames. I could talk for hours about this thing here. So, one of the things that we look at is what I prefer to see is like it'll play out over here as well, but we have 15-minute. I prefer on day trades, I prefer to see this thing go into a 15-minute bottom picker. It alerts you when it's potentially overstretched with the green line here, like here. Don't worry about these. These are top picker components we're playing with right now, but I've used the bottom picker for 13 years plus years. We're just now playing with the top picker element, so I don't even want to talk about it just yet. But here it's really simple. So you want to drill down. If you're on a 15-minute, you can go down to a 5-minute in this time frame and look for the GHL color bars to turn, and you can take your trade there. So get the right time frame again. Yeah, this is it right here. So you can see in this cluster right here, we just get long when the GHL color bars turn out of that 15-minute, and that was a super nice trade right there. I did not put anything on that one. I caught one of the others, but you can see the concept. This is really, it's one of the easiest trading strategies that I've ever seen, and I've stuck with it, like I said, for 13 years. So it's very, 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 very effective in the options market. Anyway, I'm going to leave you with that. I'm looking forward to next week's trading. All of the good things going on inside the room with our super cool community. Can't say enough about all the folks in our room. If you're interested, just tag some of the links below and join us in the room. Good luck in all your trading. This is Brian signing off.